It's your girl Imani P from the DMV. You know where I'm at, you know where I be. Welcome to my channel imaniversus, where I'll talk about music, culture, and more. So today we are going to talk about why I think black people love Fall Out Boy. And it's part of my series of why I think black people love a band / artist. Woo! Thank you for voting for this. I appreciate it. And all right, let's get started. That's all I had to say. So for those of y'all who do not know, Fall Out Boy is an American rock band that consists of 4 men. Patrick, who is the lead vocalist, and he's also a guitarist. Pete, who is the lead bassist. Andy, who is the drummer. And the lead guitarist, Joe. They're from the suburbs of Chicago, Illinois, called Wilmette. And the group was formed from just being part of a hardcore punk pop scene in the early 2000s. And their big break was in 2005. That's when I heard of them too, in 2005. So they did go through a couple drummers, and Andy's the drummer that has played with them since the beginning. He's still there now. But yeah, they got their big break in 2005 with their second album, which is called From Under the Cork Tree. And the singles that made them popular was Dance Dance, which is the one I remember, and Sugar We're Going Down. I remember that one too. They also so they have about 7 albums, soon to be 8, because they did announce an 8th album for this year. They have been nominated for 2 Grammys, and they're just highly successful. They have 4 #1 albums, and their most recent #1 album was in 2023, so they're still very popular. Fall Out Boy did go through a hiatus in 2009 because everybody kind of wanted to do their own thing for a little bit, and then they came back in 2013. I love Fall Out Boy. They are very much like rock music, punk rock music, and there's a little bit of pop in there in their later projects, but earlier on it was like punk rock, and I loved it. I loved the guitars, I loved the screaming, and it was so good. And some of their music had very funky elements that I enjoyed. And I liked their content. They were just cool dudes, and I really messed with them growing up. So I know that a lot of other black people like Fall Out Boy, and I have came up with a few reasons why I think black people love Fall Out Boy. Also, I referred to this article that I read as well, and I will put the link of that article in the descriptions for you to read for yourselves too. So, why do black people love Fall Out Boy? Imani's perspective. My first one is because the bassist, Pete Wentz, and he's also one of the popular people in the group too, is half black. His mother's Jamaican. It's lit. And I didn't know that growing up. I didn't. But knowing that now as an adult, I learned this in 2020. I was like, I knew I liked them. There you go. Okay, let's go to the other 3 reasons. So remember I said they went through a few drummers, and they ended up with Andy Hurley, who was their current drummer. He's been the drummer since 2007, I think. But before he joined Fall Out Boy, he was part of a band full of older members. He was one of the younger ones, called the Race Trader. And they were a rock band that didn't take no mess, y'all. Their lyrics are, according to the article I read about this, the lyrics were disarming and challenge their listeners to confront their biases. And you know what that means. Their lyrics were very much like a stop being and prejudice and colorist and homophobic, before its time. This is the early 2000s, late 90s. This band was doing this. So yes, that's another reason. I read that and found that out doing this research, and I was like, I knew this. Okay, this is the 3rd reason why I think black people love Fall Out Boy. And remember what I said, like before, they have like a lot of funky sounds to their music. I think the production, and this is due to them working with people like Pharrell Williams, who, you know, we refer to a lot on the channel because we like him. Halfway. Anyway, they had a lot of funky sounds to their music, and I think that's why a lot of black people really mess with them too, because we are the reason we created funk. We created music, but anyway, we created funk in general, and we do gravitate towards that sound, and incorporating that into like a punk rock sound was very interesting growing up, and not a lot of other bands were doing it, and I think that's probably what gravitated like my demographic towards it, in my opinion. You usually hear this type of sound on their fourth album, Voler et Do. I don't know if that's how you say it because I don't speak French, but yeah, my dad speaks French though. Anyway, but I want to say that's probably one of the main reasons I gravitated towards them, because of the production and how I kind of resonated to it. But the fourth reason I want to say too is because, you know, in 2020 they were very, very supportive of the Black Lives Matter riots, and that probably has to do with Pete Wentz, you know, being half black, and the rest of the group seems to be more so the side of like stop being prejudiced towards any demographic, any people, you know what I mean? So I think that won like a big thumbs up from black people as well. But yes, those are my 4 reasons why I think black people love the band Fall Out Boy. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you have anything you want to add? Let me know. I know I'm going to be basic for saying this, but my favorite song of Fall Out Boy is Thanks for the Memories, because I love the bridge in that song. I love how they slowed everything down. I love the chords they have, the guitars, excellent. And I do love the music video with all the monkeys kind of telling them what to do. They had Kim Kardashian in the video. Like, it was just pretty fun, and it was just good old childhood fun for me. And I really, really enjoyed that song growing up. They used to play it on MTV every morning while they used to get ready for school. So that's why I started really liking it. But before then, I did like Fall Out Boy too, because it was just cool to me. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for voting for these videos that you guys would like to see. It helps me out a lot. I have another video coming soon, and please stay tuned to my community tab, because I'm going to ask you guys which videos you want next. And thank you. Check out my Spotify. Check out all my medias. All the links in the description below. The article I got all this information from in the description below. See y'all soon. Thank you. Bye bye.